Hi, my name is Chris Jackson. I am a business attorney. I've been one for 25 years, and today I'm going to show you how simple it is to form a limited liability company in the state of Wyoming on your own. I'm going to take you through the process step by step. I'm going to answer every question I think you would have along the way so that by the end of the video, when you're ready to form your Wyoming LLC, you know that you are setting it up exactly the way that you wanted to. Please note that the link below is an affiliate link. It's not going to cost you anything extra. It will, however, help support my channel and pay for a little bit of extra coffee money for me, which is necessary in making these videos. Trust me, it's a pretty dry topic, let's admit it. And for that, I appreciate it and I thank you very much. You should also know that I only recommend companies that I use myself, and I use Bizee for all of my own limited liability companies or entities that I form. I also use it exclusively for my clients' LLCs. And the reason I do so is because they provide a great value. You get a lot for what you pay for, and also the customer service is very good and very responsive. Okay, before we get started, go ahead and select the link below my video in the description. I will also post it in the comment section at the top, and note that this will take you to the exact website where I'm going to show you in a screen share in real time, step by step, how to form your LLC in the state of Wyoming. Just real quickly, I just want to introduce my dog, Jax. Look at the camera, Jax. Yeah, say hi. So with that, let's go ahead and get started and select the link below my video in the description. It's also in the comments section, and we'll go to the screen share right now. Okay, if you selected the link under the video in the description or in the comments section, you would have arrived here. Before we proceed, I just want to point out this phone number. You can call them during business hours. They're very responsive. I've had questions along the way when I was first setting up LLCs. Their customer service is excellent. So let's go ahead and create your LLC in Wyoming by pressing this button below. For entity type, you're going to choose LLC, and state of formation, you're going to choose Wyoming. Okay, so as you can see, you have three packages: silver, gold, and platinum. I think for most people, the gold package makes sense for reasons I will discuss, but we're going to go over each of the silver, gold, and platinum packages separately and the pros and cons of each. The question is, what do you get for the silver package? As you can see, you don't pay anything to Bizee for the silver package. You just pay the Wyoming state filing fee of $102. In the silver package, they will prepare and file your articles of organization. Your articles of organization is the document that is filed with the state of Wyoming. It is what forms your limited liability company. It is a necessary step to form the LLC. Please note that in the articles of organization in Wyoming, it will not list the member or the manager's name. However, it will list the business address. If that is an issue for you, just keep in mind later in this video, we'll go over your options. You will get free registered agent service for a year, which is a great value. Unless you live in Wyoming or you know someone who lives in Wyoming that can serve as the LLC's registered agent, you have to hire a registered agent. This is required in the state that you form your LLC. A registered agent is the person or company that receives what's called service of process. If your LLC is sued, they should be able to look up your LLC, who is the registered agent, so they know where to send the lawsuit. Hopefully that never happens to you, but if it does, you're required to have a registered agent. They will provide that service, as you can see, for free for the first year. Okay, statement of organizer. That is essentially the statement filed by Bizee with the state that tells the state of Wyoming that they organized your LLC for you, and they have now resigned and they have no further attachment to the company other than perhaps as a registered agent for service of process. Silver package is going to include unlimited name searches, which is not a great value add because you can do that yourself. If you want to know what names are available for your LLC in the state of Wyoming, simply go to the Wyoming Secretary of State's office, search for the name of your LLC that you desire, and if it doesn't show up, then that means the name is available. In addition, you're going to get lifetime compliance alerts. So in the state of Wyoming, like every state, you have to file what's called an annual report basically updating the LLC's address and other information, and that annual report needs to be filed on a timely basis, and they will give you an alert as to when it is due. In addition to that, you're going to get a business banking account offer. So right now, as I'm making this video, this offer is from Bank of America. Bizee has been using Bank of America as their preferred bank in most states that I have seen, and you will understand what that offer is later. But essentially, they're going to introduce you to a business banker in the event that you want to open a business bank account through their banker, and in doing so, you may be eligible for a bonus depending upon how much you deposit in that account. In addition to that, you're going to get a business tax consultation. This is important. It's a good value add. You will meet with someone after your LLC is formed, and this tax consultant will talk to you about, for example, what is the best tax election for your limited liability company. And this is an important question. It depends on the type of LLC you will have. The default tax election for a single member LLC is as a sole proprietorship. If you have more than one member, say you and a partner or you and your spouse, then it would be a partnership. Those would be the defaults. If you want to choose S Corp status, you have to file an additional form, which we're going to cover shortly. Business tax consultation will cover that, and we'll cover other important tax matters and bookkeeping matters going forward that are essential to the proper operation of your LLC. In addition, you're going to get an online access dashboard right after you form your entity. You're going to be able to log in, and you're going to see the documents that were included in your package, and you can access the banker, the business tax consultant through this online access dashboard. In my view, it's a great tool. I have multiple LLCs in my own online access dashboard. In addition, you get unlimited phone and email support. The gold package, in my view, is the one that is best for most people. The question is, what are you going to get for the extra $199 that you would pay for the gold package? You will receive from them an EIN business tax number. The EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. It's also referred to as the tax ID of the LLC. You need this tax ID to open a bank account. You need it for payroll. You need it to file a tax return on behalf of the LLC. It is essential that you have this, and they will obtain this for you within usually 1 business day or less after your LLC is formed. IRS Form 2553, we discuss S Corporation and other tax status elections. That is the form that you file if you want to, say, elect that your LLC be taxed as an S Corporation. You have to do that within a certain period of time after the LLC is formed, and they will file it for you. They will also provide an operating agreement, and this is in Word format, and it is a standard operating agreement, and I recommend, for the reasons I put in my other videos, that every LLC have an operating agreement. You need this. They're going to give you a basic one. If you want something more comprehensive than this that addresses more issues, say in the future or shortly after you form your LLC, I have a video on how to create one for free. I also have a related company of mine that is selling legal templates that are attorney quality for a fraction of what you would pay an attorney. I will put the link to that company's website in the description under this video in case you are interested. And those legal templates include an operating agreement and other documents. Okay, in addition, you're going to get a banking resolution, and a banking resolution is required by many banks to open a bank account. Some banks will have their own preferred form, but they will provide one for you in case they don't. So let's talk about the Platinum package. As you can see, you're going to pay $100 more than the Gold package. Question is, what do you get for the Platinum package that you don't get in the Gold package? And the answer is, number 1, expedited filing. As you can see up here right now, they can file your LLC articles of organization and get it formed in the state of Wyoming in 1 day. If you don't choose that option, you're going to have to wait about 3 weeks. All right, so they include the expedited filing that the Gold package does not have, but you can add it on for $50 if you want the Gold package and you don't want some of these other items, and that may be the case for many of you. I often choose the Gold package and then I just do an add-on of $50 because I like to get my LLC formed and situated and up and running for myself and for my clients quickly rather than waiting 3 weeks. To me, it's worth the extra $50. The question is whether for an extra $50, so you're adding $50 to this price, because this is $100 more in the Gold package, you want the other items. And the other items that are included in the Platinum package and not in the Gold package are the domain name and business email, along with business contract templates. So if you want them to provide a domain name, which is for a website that you're going to create, plus a business email that goes along with that domain name. They will include that in your Platinum package. And they will also include, as you see, business contract templates. So the business contract templates, they have several of them. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you want some templates to start out with for your LLC that are in Word format so you can make some modifications, then this may be a good value add for you. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and select the Gold package. Okay, on this next page, you're entering your information, just your name and your email and your phone number. This is for Bizee's internal purposes only, to communicate with you. Next. Okay, so here's where you have the opportunity to choose either expedited filing time or 3 weeks filing time. If you're okay waiting 3 weeks, you can choose this here. However, if you don't want to wait approximately 3 weeks, then you can choose expedited filing, which is what I'm going to choose. Next. All right, on this page, you're going to provide information about the LLC itself. First, you have to enter the name of the LLC. I've used Chris Jackson Mobile Dog Grooming as an example of my own business in past videos. I'm going to go ahead and stick with that theme. Designator is what follows the name. You can see you have a lot of different options for LLCs here. I'm just going to choose the clean LLC, no periods. Select number of members. So in my case, I'm a single member LLC. So I would select one. If, for example, my wife was also going to be a member, or I had a partner or multiple partners, I could choose up to 6 here. Business purpose, don't get caught up on this. This business purpose will not show up in your operating agreement if you chose the Gold or Platinum package. It's not going to show up anywhere. It's just internal. You can put down whatever you like. You can put down for any purpose that's allowed under the law, something broad or general like that. I'm just going to say pet grooming. Okay, here they're asking me to tell them what industry my business is in. So I'm going to try pet grooming services. Okay, so they provided me this code. It's a code that is sometimes needed, very rarely needed. You don't need to determine what that code is right now. Don't get caught up on this because, again, this does not show up in any documentation. It's not filed with the state. If you can find an industry that is close to the industry of your LLC, great. If you can't, just pick one randomly to move on. This code is something you can look up later if you're not sure what it is right now, but essentially the code is used in the event that, for example, you bid on a government contract. They want to know what your industry code is. Or if you're trying to apply for a certain type of loan from a bank, assuming you're eligible, then they're going to want to know what your industry code is. So if that's important for you, you can research it later, or you can try to find it here. Don't spend too much time on either of these items. Are you registering an entity containing a word or words in any form of a foreign language? The answer is no. Okay, so they're asking here for your company address information, and you have a few different options. One is you can choose a virtual mail service or a virtual office that they will provide to you for $29 a month. You can cancel at any time. This will include business address in the state of Wyoming, and you can use that as your LLC's address, and that will show up in your articles of organization if that's what you want to do. They will receive mail for you. They will notify you when they have received the mail, and they will scan the mail to you. And you can see here it's unlimited scanning. It's $29 a month. It's a great service. I use it myself. But if you don't want to spend an extra $29 a month and you have an address, this address, by the way, does not need to be in the state of Wyoming. It can be in your home state. Just note that whatever address you're going to provide here is going to show up in the articles of organization that is filed in the state, and that document will be accessible by the public if they're looking up your LLC. So if you want to choose your own address, you can do that as well, and you would put that in here. And you can put, say, if you have an office address or a business address, you can put that in there. That's very easy and simple, and that's what you should do. If you don't, you can use your home address. If you don't want to use your home address, then you can go get a virtual office address, which you'll have trouble finding anything for $29 a month or less. But you may be able to save a little bit of money by having, say, a UPS box address. They provide business addresses, and you'll have to go there and collect your mail. So all of those are options. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and just stick with the virtual office address provided by Bizee. Now they're asking you to complete what is your contact address. So you're telling them for the business, this is going to be the business address. So the question here is, what is the contact address where Bizee can reach you if needed? This will not be shared with the public. It's the primary address, as you can see, used for delivery of any documents or products related to your order. As you can see, it's used for internal purposes only and will not be shared with any third parties or outside agencies. All right, so in my case, because I'm using the virtual office for my company address, I'm going to go ahead and put my personal address in here and select next. All right, so on this page, they are giving you the opportunity to add on the business contract templates and the domain name and business email address. Since in my case, I picked the gold package, those are not included. As you know, I selected expedited filing, which is $50. They're saying, hey, you can add these two items on for $99. Together, that'd be $149 versus $100 had I just chosen the platinum package. That would have included the expedited filing and these two items. If you want either of these two items in your package, then I would just go back and order the platinum versus the gold, and that will include the expedited filing and these two items. In my case, I don't want those items. I'm just going to say no thanks, I will pass. Okay, here's where you enter information about the member or the owner of the limited liability company. So you have two options. In my case, I am going to be the member, so I would be an individual. However, you also have the option of having a company be the member. So let's just say you are establishing this entity as a subsidiary entity to, say, a holding company, and that holding company is the member. Then you would enter that holding company member information here. Please note that if you are going to choose S Corp tax status for your LLC, you cannot have a company as a member with the one exception, and that is a single member LLC, because it's a pass-through entity. That is the only type of company that can be a member of an LLC tax as an S Corp. So just keep that in mind. One other thing to note here is if you're going to have a trust, say you have a revocable living trust or an irrevocable trust, or you have a trust that you want to serve as the member of this LLC, then choose this company tab here, and instead of the company name, just put in the trust name. In my case, I'm an individual, Chris Jackson. I'm going to use the assigned company address provided by Bizee. Just note that you can choose either of these. I'm going to choose this to be safe, but honestly, it doesn't really matter in the state of Wyoming, because the state of Wyoming does not disclose the address of the member. It only discloses the address of the LLC itself. So as you can see, I am the member, the individual. I own 100%. Now, if I had, for example, a partner or a wife or multiple members in this LLC, then I would have indicated that earlier in the process, and I would use this opportunity to allocate the percentage interest in the LLC of each member. Next. Okay, so this is the page where you are officially assigning Bizee as your registered agent for free for the first year. That is, as I said, a great deal. What I also like is that their ongoing registered agent fee is $119 as of right now, and they are putting a cap on that, so they will never increase that price. As long as you keep renewing your registered agent service with Bizee, they're going to keep it at $119 per year. $119 per year, based on what I've seen, is already a great price, so I think that's a nice value add if you choose to use them beyond the first year, which is free. Next. Okay, EIN tax ID number, they are going to obtain that for you in the gold package or platinum package. Question is, am I a foreign individual? And the answer is no. But if you are a foreign individual and you're setting up an LLC, you just choose yes here, and you agree to this. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't have a social security number. They're going to file this SS4 application on your behalf. They will obtain the EIN for you. It's going to take longer. They estimate up to 3 months. It could be shorter than that. In my case, I will have an EIN, a tax ID for this LLC, within about 1 business day. All right, so I chose my name and I put in my social security number. They're asking what is my physical street address. I can choose my home address. I can choose the virtual office address of Bizee. Note that this is not a public document that gets filed in the state. However, you are going to have to provide this EIN statement that is issued by the IRS, which you will receive in about 1 business day after you place this order. You are going to have to submit that to a bank. You may have to submit that to certain customers or vendors. So if you prefer to keep your home address off of there and just keep the business address on that statement, you would choose that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, this is where they explain what the bonuses are if you decide to sign up with Bank of America to open your LLC business bank account. And again, you have to have a separate bank account for your LLC, separate from your personal account. That is essential. It doesn't have to be with B of A, but it has to be with the bank, and you have to run your revenues and your expenses after your LLC is up and running exclusively through that bank. So here, as you can see, there are certain bonuses available depending upon how much you deposit in the LLC bank account, and you have 3 different options here. You can just say, yeah, I'm going to apply online after my business formation is complete, or why don't you have a B of A specialist call me right away and we can discuss it and get ready to open the bank account. I'm going to just say no, not at this time. You'll see that in your online access dashboard after you complete your LLC order. We'll provide you with the opportunity to schedule a call with the business banker at B of A. Next. Okay, tax strategy free consultation. You're going to see here what that includes, how the LLC is taxed, how to choose the IRS tax election, commonly missed deductions, business bookkeeping requirements, how to reduce the chance of an IRS audit, how to reduce self-employment taxes. These are all important topics that you will get to discuss in this consultation. Yes, I would like to receive it, and note here that you'll be prompted after completing your order to schedule that consultation. Okay, on this page, they are asking whether you want to pay them $99 to determine whether you need a license or permit for your business. This depends upon the type of business you have. It depends on your state, it depends on your county and your city. This is information you can look up yourself. I personally don't want them to tell me whether I need a license or not. That's something that I can discover on my own. So I'm going to say no thanks. But if you don't want to deal with the hassle of trying to identify whether you need a license, you can pay them an extra $99 and they will help you do it. Next. All right, so we are at the order summary page, and you want to just go down here and make sure all the information is correct. The company name is correct, your address, membership information, business tax consultation, EIN, everything is good. So I'm going to go ahead and select next. Okay, so this is the final page. This is where you enter your payment information, your credit card, your billing address, etc. You come down here, you got to select I agree to the legal statement, cancellation policy, and then once you select complete and pay, they will start the process of forming your limited liability company in the state of Wyoming. They're going to file your articles of organization. It'll be 1 business day or maybe up to 3 weeks depending upon what you chose. In the meantime, you'll have access to your online dashboard. They're going to obtain the EIN for you. You can have them file your Form 2553 once your entity is formed. You can reach out to them with any questions. You can schedule your business tax consultation. You can schedule your call with the business banker. And that's it. Well, I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any questions or comments, I encourage you to put them in the comments section under my video. I get to them on a regular basis. If you like the video, please give me the thumbs up. If you like the channel and this type of content, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. With that, I thank you very much. I wish you and your LLC all the best. Thank you.